And the answer is yes. I am going to review the P4 right now on Tabletop Review. I have heard your requests, and yes, I bet you already bought it. There's the box, Leatherman Free P4, anchoring an entire new lineup of Leatherman multi-tools. Entirely new. This will be my P4 review. It is, I think, the best in the lineup, the most capable. I'm almost going to call it a heavy-duty multi-tool due to the weight. It's 8.6 ounces. I'm going to show you some classics as we progress in this perhaps feature-length multi-tool review. Alive and well in TMP, thank you. The multi-tool review, yes. And I know a lot of you guys have ran out and bought a free P4. I'll just say right now, let's short-circuit it. You chose well. Don't return it. It's awesome. Really, really love the Leatherman Free P4. It is fantastic. Have you ever heard the saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same? I know, it's confusing. I've really never garnished much meaning out of that saying. I can interpret it a bunch of interesting ways. I'll save you that for this video. But in terms of Leatherman, I think it really plays. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So they have a brand new lineup of multi-tools. It's called the Free Collection. And what it proves is, once again, Leatherman produces, in my opinion, the best multi-tools in the world. Boom, said it. I've always said it in my MT reviews here in TMP. Always. Doesn't mean I don't like Victorinox, SOG, Gerber. I've given them lots of love over the years. Maybe I'll do it again. Well, it depends really on, you know, viewer preference. If I hear that guy saying, dude, I want more reviews of multi-tools, I'll do more. Oh, if it's watched too. It's got to be watched. Leatherman is the biz. They know how to do multi-tools like no other. It is their specialty. It's not a sideline. You're going to see the elegance of design, the quality in this free P4. Now, I'll roll across the screen somewhere along the way. Other tools in the collection, the free collection. Oh, and by the way, they're not free. They're somewhat pricey, but you will get value. Something I've been educating my viewing audience about for 13 years here. You know, about value. Value is not inexpensiveness. It's not cheapness. It just means for the money you're spending, you're getting a really good item. Well made, durable, effective in the selective philosophies of use, has first cool, second cool, not going to break the bank, but it ain't no, you know, cheap multi-tool. That's not what you're going to get with these. These are not $39.95 multi-tools. It's going to be about a buck 40, 140 bucks for the P4. Worth it. Other tools in the collection though, we have the T4, kind of a light duty multi-tool, LDMT. Man, I haven't used those terms in a while. And then you have the free T2. The main difference between them is one has scissors and the other one does not. You know how I feel about scissors and multi-tools, right? You love them, nutnfancy. That's right, sir. I do love them. And honestly, if it doesn't have a pair of scissors in there, I kind of don't carry it. Oh, wait, jumping ahead. The free P4 we're talking about here, the P2 is out there. It's going to basically be the same tool. 19 tools, they say. Then you have the free K4, K4X, K2, K2X. Hey, show us what it looks like, nutnfancy. Okay, here you go, dude. Boom. There you go. The Leatherman Free P4. Went out and bought one. Testing is complete. Yes, I actually tested this multi-tool. It passed with flying colors. Every test I threw at it. No big surprise. It's a Leatherman. Yeah, use my links below if you want to buy it. If you have not already bought it, like that feller. I'm kidding around, by the way. Maybe he hasn't bought it, but I usually see that. When I get lots of requests for an item, whatever it is, the dude has already pulled the trigger on it, which is fine, Nutnfancy, I'm so happy you're reviewing multi-tools. Dude, I just love multi-tools. I did too. Seriously, I do. They're really, really fun. One reason I don't review that many is because I'm so fabulously happy with what I have personally in my own systems as cast members in the Nutnfancy project. They don't make this one anymore, but there's a Leatherman Kick. There's a Leatherman Blast. Fantastic, really lightweight MDMTs. Oh my goodness, are they awesome. And then as we kick off a short philosophy of use discussion on the Leatherman Free P4, this is my most carried multi-tool ever. This is just one of several that I have, and you know what it is, ladies and gentlemen of TMP. What is it? It's the Juice S2, right? That's exactly right. This is the older version with aluminum scales, preferred by me. It came in orange and gray. Oh my goodness. What a great lightweight multi-tool. Always with me. 4.5 ounces, that's it. Even has scissors in it. How exciting is that? Has scissors in it. Oh my goodness, that makes me happy. So I always have an S2 Juice with me. From what I can tell on the website, as I am filming this multi-tool review right now, they're still available around, both directly from Leatherman. Use my links below, like at Blade HQ, they still have them. It's the newer version that doesn't have aluminum scales, so they have stainless steel scales, and it's going to come in kind of the scalloped orange scale on one side. I've shown that one before as well. But getting back to philosophy of use, I always have a lightweight multi-tool with me. Would you carry the Free P4 nutnfancy as an everyday carry multi-tool? The answer, and the honest answer, is no way. It's almost 9 ounces, but that's not really why I elect, and have for well over a decade here in both my personal use, TMP stuff, not to carry a MDMT. We'll just pretend this MDMT. I forget what my weight classifications were for that. You can go look up that video if you want. But the reason is, even though it has some really cool tool sets to it, and we're going to talk about that, and then it has that cool magnetic opening on it, supposedly one hand, takes a little bit of practice, something that I'm uncoordinated at, of course. The answer is because I like to have a tactical blade separate. I like to have my EDC blade separate. And let me see, what are we carrying? I never set this up. So coming out of the pocket and waving is a Sogzilla. So that's my EDC blade for today. And it's going to be paired with a tactical blade of, God, I can't believe I still carry this thing. Not because I don't love it. I absolutely love it. But it's a Spec Elite Auto Cutlery Shop orange version. These are my two blades. Because I like breaking my blades out of the multi-tool. That's my point in telling you this and showing you these blades. And this is my actual EDC today, not made up. So these are come along. And I've used this knife probably today 20 times. Easily 20 times. It's easier for me to wave this from pocket because I've got 2 zip ties on it, as opposed to getting the wave out. That's not the wave. Look at me. The P4. The P4. So no. What you could do, and you could make a case for this, hey, I will EDC a Leatherman P4 because it does have a good blade in it. It's a decent blade. It's not a tactical blade, but it's something that I can use easily and access easily. I would get that. I don't really agree with it because, you know, it's a utility knife. You're basically giving me a pocket knife philosophy of use with this. And I'm just answering the question if guys ask. What I would add in either a blast, a kick, I always have the Juice S2 with me, or maybe a charge. Here's my old and beautifully, not Cerakoted, but Duracoated Leatherman Charge TI. Oh, that's just a regular charge actually. Look at how cool that thing is. I would add this in if I need more capability. So if I need pliers, I need a hardwire cutter. If I'm going up in the woods, I need to do some trap making. That is very seldom, by the way. If I am anticipating repairs and I don't want to bring along a big toolkit, maybe I'm on the motorcycle, then it makes sense to bring this. That's when I would integrate this multi-tool, the Leatherman Free P4. Yeah, so it's not going to really, in my system, and that's all I'm talking about, my mileage, in my system, it's not going to replace my knife approach. What it's going to do is supplement it with its own tool set and layer. Kind of like the philosophy of 2 is 1, you know, 1 is none, 4 is 2, whatever. That. I like having layers and duplication when the knife is super, super important. I wouldn't put this in a BOK. I think it's, I was going to say it's too heavy, but I don't know if that's actually a true statement. Because it really depends what other tools you have in your bug out kit. If you have like pliers that are dedicated, and you replace them with a P4, then it's really not too heavy. It isn't. So I could totally understand how you would do that, and then you just go with these. So you could do it, but man, 140 bucks parting with, you know, a beautifully designed and super cool first cool, second cool MDMT and saying goodbye forever in your bug out kit. That's sad. I mean, say in common, if you're going to do that, I'm going to go out and buy me, for your family members, four Leatherman free P4s, and I'm just going to allocate them to the bug out kits. By the way, I'm not mocking that. Don't think I am. I think it's really cool if you have that type of money to do it, because you'll be happy if and when you ever need to use it. But remember the write-off principle as I approach bug out kit making. And I said this in the BOK videos. Once it's in there, you do not take it out. You don't access it. You don't use it for other stuff. It stays with the kit forever, because what's going to happen is you're going to take it on a fishing expedition. You're going to use it in the garage. You're going to have an earthquake. You're going to run out of your house with your BOKs, all happy. Oh man, I'm totally prepared. And you guessed it, you don't have your MDMT with your P4 in that application. Philosophy of use. I think, and I want to really kind of stress this one, I think probably the coolest philosophy of use for a Leatherman P4 is collectability. It is super cool. And I'm a multi-tool collector. I really am. I just admire their construction. I like how they're put together. I'm a real big fanboy of Leatherman. I always have been in the project. I let off the video with it, as I have done with other MT reviews I've done, saying they're the best. It's just cool. It gives you a second cool to just kind of play with it. It's really a fun multi-tool to play around with and have with you. And maybe take to the office, maybe take to your work. You'll probably find an application for it there. Absolutely. Yeah, second cool, collectability, totally. And I'm kind of go over POU here because I haven't hit it for a long time. I want to refresh new members to the Nut and Fancy project. Another philosophy of use, police officers. Maybe, I'd love you to have it, I really would. I just think 9 ounces on your belt is going to add to your loadout. You have to really look at your loadout and what you're carrying. Is it worth to have a multi-tool, you know, of this size? I know some officer buddies of mine that have back problems because of all the freaking gear they carry. Weigh it out. You know, EMTs, yes. Paramedics, yes. Firemen, yes. Someone who's going to, our loadmasters in a C-17, yes. Enlisted folks of all types, soldiers who are actually going to be using the multi-tool a lot in their job, their primary MOS. Yes, take it along. It'll fit in the ammo pocket of LBE. Always look at the weight. There's always good weight and bad weight, and it really varies for every person. I mean, what's good weight to me may be bad weight to you. That's it. Little bit on philosophy of use. Kind of fun, huh? Kind of fun. All right, so here we go into the tool set of the Leatherman Free P4. All right, it is magnets in this thing, and I'm not super coordinated, like I said, in whipping it out. The multi-tool, well, the other one too, but the multi-tool, I'm practicing a little bit, but that's really cool they did that. So they listened to the users and they went back to the drawing board. Maybe it was for the Blast, maybe it was for the Charge, the Wave series, which by the way are still fabulous, highly recommended here. And they go, hey, is there a way we can make this a one-handed, really cool, elegant, fast to deploy, all the tool sets, relatively speaking, multi-tool? And the answer is yes. And so you saw me do it a couple times. You can just fold it. There's high strength magnets here, whatever they call them, neodymium or whatever they are, magnet there in the multi-tool. And so you can kind of pop it apart, kind of do a balisong deployment, and there you go. And we'll start here with the plier head, which is the best in the industry. It's been that way for a very long time. I didn't notice that it collapsed on me like some other MDMTs have, or HDMTs for that matter. Stays open. It's stiff, really good pivot point. And then we have my fave, the hard wire cutter. They're actually counting this as 2 tools. There's 2 supposedly hard wire cutters there. I guess that's a bigger diameter. There's a smaller diameter. I did use it and it was fantastic. It worked so well, really well. And then you have regular pliers here, sharp nose pliers here. Let's look at the precision of which they're ground on this United States produced high quality multi-tool. Fantastic precision. And this was not a cherry-picked multi-tool. It's just one I bought. So you're going to get one just like this. I didn't go to Leatherman, say, hey, dude, I need a free multi-tool. I'll give you a review. I don't do that. So that's not how I do it. So if this is not cherry-picked, you're going to get the same type of multi-tool. Their level of quality control at Leatherman has been excellent for so many years. Not to say they can't have problems. They have had problems. Everyone has, but they will always take care of it. And by the way, this one also has a 25-year warranty right there on the box. Tommy Boy style. It's on the box, calling out to me, 25 years. Well, I can have you put your head up a cow's ass. Never mind. By the way, the hardwire cutter here is replaceable. That's fantastic. That's a super high quality thing right there. There's your electrical crimper right there. So if you have like an insulated electrical thing you're crimping, it'll work. I did not use that. I'm sure it would work though. I'm just looking at the profile, comparing it to my electrician pliers that I have. We have a removable deep carry pocket clip. Oh, that's so excellent. That is so excellent. That is such a great feature. I think most guys that get this multi-tool will carry it in pocket, albeit you get a fantastic, now I'm going to cover it right now, a fantastic sheath with this. Really awesome. By the way, if you haven't figured out, this is the boxing for the Leatherman P4. Not too much packing material. It's well done, well presented. Gives you a quick summary of the magnetic architecture of the free P4. Excellent. Not too much plastic in it. And there's your perfect sheath. Do you notice anything about it that just, I don't know, draws your eye? Yes, the color is good. Same color as that leopard tank in the background there, dude. Actually, is that a chieftain or a leopard? I forget. Probably a chieftain. I think that's a chieftain. I don't know. They look the same to me. Dude, yeah, the color is fantastic. I give you that. But it's got a snap and there's no Velcro. Okay, and so for years, what did I say about these sheaths? I said, hey, do we really... Oh, look, there's a freaking little tiny little bugger in there. There's a style in there hanging out. Oh, yeah. Get back to sheath nutting. Leatherman finally got wise and put that snap, a military grade snap on their sheath. I've been saying this to not just Leatherman, but to all knife manufacturers. You really need to ditch Velcro. Gathers weeds and seeds. It gets packed up in the snow. It's not good. It doesn't wear well. 10 years after using Velcro, heck, 5 years, it's going to be worn out. And then how do you replace it? You don't. You throw the whole sheath away. Now you got this, a perfect snap. Look at that. Perfect coloration. Goodness sakes, that is such a great sheath. It weighs nothing. Let's check that out, man, how it fits in there. It fits in with the clip in it. It do. Oh, dude, that is awesome. Look at that. Now, no molly webbing supposedly on this, but I don't think a lot of guys use molly webbing, as the wars overseas have wound down somewhat. I think the emphasis has come off that a little bit. This was a bi-directional sheath, Leatherman sheath. I think this is for a charge or a wave. It has like a bit holder in there, the elastic bit holder. It's Velcro. Other than the Velcro, it's still pretty good and bi-directional. You won't get that with a P4 sheath. So we were talking about the clip. I think most guys won't use a sheath, but they will use the clip. The advantage of the sheath is accessibility, and actually security. So you could put this in the pocket. It could get bumped. It could go bye-bye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone in this video, the life of this video, is going to come across and say, yeah, that happened to me. I lost my P4. You might want to put it in the, the provided pouch and keep it clipped and attached to the belt. Little pro tip there. Okay. So everything is accessible supposedly with one hand, right? So let's look at this knife right here. This knife blade. A downside is they're using 420 HC steel on this. On the Charge series, we didn't see that. We saw either 154 cm, and then I think they're using S30V on the latest Charge TIs. In fact, I just checked today and they're showing S30V. So this one's still coated. This is kind of a collectible. This is a regular Charge. This is 154 cm. Beautiful clip shape on this. I prefer that one. Flat ground. We got a sheep's foot blade shape on the P4, 420 hollow ground steel. Is that a miss? Yeah, it is. It is. For the price, they should be putting 154 S30 in there. Says me. I'm just going to say it, and Leatherman, you need to come up to speed. Still love you. Still a great multi-tool. but you need to up the value for the guys watching this video. They will agree with me. So yeah, is 420 like the worst steel in the world? No, but close. It's close. Okay, that being said though, I did do a fair amount of cutting with this, maybe a little bit of cardboard stabbing, and it worked fine. The edge on it right now is holding well. It seems like it's heat treated well. It's ground properly. It has a very uniform grind on it. And I don't hate the shape. I think as a pocket knife shape, it's actually very useful. The sheath foot blade is cool. I like it. You know, a downturn tip. Can't really dig out splinters with it per se. I prefer this one. But they got to change it up. I mean, you have to change it up. You can't just do the same thing over and over again, and Leatherman did. They changed it up. Okay, so anyway, that's the main blade. And I want to show you the other one too. That's a saw. I guess we can look at that right now. I did use that. It works out pretty good. Standard saw, Leatherman variety. And the locking feature goes like this. You would think it'd push down. They don't. They actually push up to fold. And there's a serrated blade right here. There you go. So you could maybe term this one. It's kind of a tanto chisel ground tip. I hate chisel grinding, by the way. Hate it, hate it, hate it. In other words, it's not ground on this side. I don't like it. But it is on a multi-tool, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a pass. And there's a serrated blade for you. So that would go through, and did go through, rope, nylon webbing, seat belts, leather, tremendous cutting power, as serrated blades always have. Well, not always, but usually have. All right, and then to get to the other multi-tools, you're just going to kind of rock the back of them up right here. And they have a video, it's on YouTube and on their website, of Leatherman showing how easy it is to access the tools. And it is easy, but I wouldn't say it's going to, you know, just, you'll be able to pop this scraper out immediately, or actually the flat blade driver. Maybe it's just because I'm uncoordinated. Probably Nut Fancy. So this is cool. It's a combination flat blade screwdriver. It does have a scraper here. That's a tool. Very useful, actually. This is a very useful tool. I talked about that in the Victorinox, what was it, the Spirit and the Swiss tool reviews back in 2010? About 2010. I love having that feature. I use it a lot. What I didn't test on this is how hard the steel is and if it's going to nick or bend. I didn't test that. But everything locks. Look at that. And you can fold it with one hand. Now, you don't have to use one hand to do this. In fact, I think most of us will be using two hands, just like I'm doing right now. It's going to be a little bit quicker. Here's your Phillips driver. It's two-dimensional variety. Relatively long shank, so you can get into some crevices. I mean, it's not like a driver bit you're going to put on. I call it two-dimensional because, well, that's what it is. It's not totally fleshed out. This doesn't have driver bits like you'd get with a Charge series, or you could get with a Charge series or some other multi-tools. And here's my take on that, by the way. I think the reason they went away with it is I bet you they found that a lot of guys just weren't using them. And there wasn't a lot of demand for them, you know? Here we go with my favorite. These are really good scissors, too. The scissors. Awesome scissors. Look at that. So if we compare these against the Charge scissors. So remember how we fold the Charge, and the Wave works the same way. The scissors are inside this one. That's right. And they are very, very tiny. They're very effective, but they're very tiny. So here's the scissors on the Charge. But look at the size difference here. So it's almost an upsized Charge set of scissors right here. Charge, Wave would be the same way. Really good scissors. They worked well. I'm so glad. In fact, these are some of the best scissors I've ever seen on a multi-tool. They really are. Then we go to this side. We talked about the saw already. Total of 21 tools is what Leatherman's saying. Here's your can opener, your small, actually I was getting ready to say small Phillips because I was thinking of Victorinox. Nope, it's just a can opener and a cap lifter right here. It locks. Oh, it's got a freaking awl on it. Dude, I love an awl. So you can stitch with this, dig with it, drill with it. And all I don't mind if it's chisel ground like this one is. It has to be. So this is a really nice thing to have on a multi-tool. Especially one of this weight, almost 9 ounces. You want an awl on it. Well played, Leatherman. Love it, love it, love it. And then I'll show you Their only ruler is right here, and it's like 1.4 inches, and there's a centimeter graduation in there too. Another flat bladed driver, and you kind of have a scraper pry bar there. Yeah. So you kind of have two of those, which is cool. I like that. Not a full, I don't know, inch scale on there though. And here's your metal and wood file. It's short, stubby. I know what you're thinking. Not going there. And you also have a smaller driver right here, screwdriver. And the pattern on it is good. It's very aggressive. It works, but you don't have a lot of length to grind with. And notice they didn't put like patterning, I should say filing on the bottom and the top right here. And that's important because it allows you to groove into metal, groove into wood. Something I don't think a lot of guys are going to do. I like the capability though. I really do. So I told you it was not perfect for me. It's not. But it has a lot of tools in it. 21 again overall. Look at the construction and the quality of it. It is open architecture. You can get your mini Torx and actually replace tools in it. I think you can do that. Get them from Leatherman if you damage or bend one. They are a bugger to take apart and put back together. We did it when we coated these. So been there, done that. It's doable. Notice they went away with the security Torx like in this one, and they just put a regular Torx in there. That's kind of cool. Smart. I love the patterning of the stainless steel scales in here. And I bet you they come out with different colors, just like they did with their other quintessential multi-tools, kind of like this Cabela's exclusive orange Leatherman Wave. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a golf clap, please? We love the Wave, Nut and Fancy. I do too, dude. I mean, seriously, the Wave is not going anywhere. It too has some quirks. I mean, the Wave has some quirks, has some sharp edges on it. It's not a single-handed deployment. It doesn't have, a lot of the things that some users would want, but man, do we love it. And it's easily outfitted with a deep carry pocket clip that is also removable. There you go. Leatherman Wave in orange. This is a Cabela's exclusive. I don't know if it's around anymore. I bet you it's not. Dang, that's a great multi-tool. I'm getting excited again. Let's look at this too, though. I'm going to show you the file on this. So this is a good file right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And this is another reason I want to show you this. So see how it's longer than the P4. So you have more length to get your filing work done. And then also notice that it has file serrations on the bottom so you can groove with it. Okay, and then that's like a nail file on the side, combination wood metal on this. I've made traps with this and it's fantastic. Not with this exact one, but with either the Wave or the Charge. They're basically the same multi-tool, just different materials. Yeah, so this, by the way, is second cool all the way, and first cool, the orange Leatherman Wave. Fantastic. Fantastic. And then I just threw in this Gerber sheath. I think I carry this Charge in it. Look at that. That's a sick combo, shown before. Yeah, dude, I'm coming up on half an hour on a freaking multi-tool review. I told you it'd be feature length, bros. Feature length. Let's look at the back of the box. Magnetic architecture, durable and strong, easy to use. I will concur with all that. In summary, I think the Leatherman P4 is mostly a total win. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Mostly a total win, nothing. Yeah, it really is. I mean, it does what it set out to do, and that is to make it a one-handed multi-tool that you can open with one hand if you are busy with the other one, as we often are in our daily tasks when we need a multi-tool. I think your most used tool set will be right here. Your pliers, your cutters, and then secondarily, your knife blades. And those are also easily accessible on the exterior of the MDMT. I guess I will go with a medium-duty multi-tool. That's your next most used item right there. I think it is extremely well made. It is a miss they're using 420 steel. I said that. It's a miss that the file is so tiny, but something's got to give. I mean, when you have everything fitting into such a small, compact package, it's 4¼ inches in overall length. Again, 8.6 ounces. The Leatherman Free P4, you just don't have room for everything. I mean, they're making the file as long as they can. So something's got to give. I think if you get this multi-tool, you'll be over the moon with its construction, its first and second cool capabilities. Make sure you come back to the video and tell us how you've used it. And if you also own like Leatherman Charges, Leatherman Waves, which one do you like better? I mean, I wouldn't foresee anybody selling a Wave or a Leatherman on eBay or something to get that. I recommend you never do that. Always keep all your Leathermans. I certainly do. It is a collection. I hammered that home pretty hard, and I will stick with that. Let us know which one you like best and why, and which one you use. For me, I love them all. Each one is its own creature. It has its own personality, and I think it's fantastic that Leatherman has got back into the game and is leading with some really awesome multi-tools. The free P4 leads the pack. Review complete. Thanks for joining TNP Patreon. Thanks for supporting me after all these years. We're still in to multi-tools.